Hey everyone, GirlMeetsPixels here, and welcome back to my channel. So you may be looking at this house going, wow, either one, this looks real familiar. Where have I seen this house before? Or two, what the heck? What is this house? Why are we looking at it? Why are we in build mode? Well guys, if you've followed here along on my channel for a few years now, you might have seen my Hydrangea Lane and Beginner's Guide to Building series. And this is basically the result of those two series. It's this house here that we call Hydrangea Lane, just because it has some hydrangeas here in the front. I know, very clever. But yeah, so this was a series where I basically explained and shared my process of building and decorating, and we just worked on this one house for that entire time. But when I was pregnant and then ended up having Emerson, my son, I then didn't have the time for it. I haven't been able to bring back this series, and I also kind of lost my motivation for this home. So I'm really excited to finally be bringing this back. We are going to do this. We are going to finish this house and hopefully in the next few weeks start on a new house and a new series and a new style and see how it goes. If you would like to build this house and continue decorating it with me, then feel free to check out both of the series down below where we build it and then decorate it. And in every part I always list, if there's custom content, I always link it and put the name down of it. And then I also talk about any mods or cheats that we use for that part. So basically it's just you and me just sitting down, talking about this house, decorating it, and you guys just kind of get to see my process of, I don't know, the GirlMeetsPixels process, I guess. Anyways, so I'll give you guys actually a little quick tour of this home. It is really, really cute. I mean, a lot more of a traditional home, which I actually don't usually have that much of in my games. And so I definitely want to be able to use this at some point. I have not gotten to use this at all. And I'm just so ready to finally, I don't know, decorate it or finish it up. Anyways, I'm actually gonna start on the exterior. So here's the front yard, and I feel like it would fit perfectly in a lot of different towns. We have this beautiful garden on the side, so we definitely have a gardener in the family. And I'm kind of thinking, because of how big this garden is, that maybe they do use it for a business, a small little, you know, homegrown business, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't fully created the family for this house in my head. But as we get more into decorating the bedrooms, I think that will definitely happen. Here is the backyard. They do have like a little laundry line, and we have like a little patio, and a little grill area, and a swimming pool. I mean, we were able to fit a swimming pool. And I think we will have like one of our last episodes be where we go in and change up some things, because it's honestly been like, I want to say it's been like 2 years now. Now looking back at it with some fresh eyes, I see that there's things that I want to change so badly. And so I think we'll do that. We'll save that for an episode, and we'll just go through and kind of touch up some stuff, change some stuff around. They do have an attached garage, which is always really nice to have. And it's very simple, very plain. This is one of the things I'd want to go in and I think change up, just because I was very pregnant when I did this. And so at that point I was very exhausted, and yeah, it's just kind of a hot mess. So I think we'll change that up a bit. You come right on in, and you have right away just your family living room. You have toys, so that shows that there's a little toddler in the house. There's some video games, so maybe the dad is either into it, or maybe even the mom, or maybe they have a child or a teenager. And then we just have these like really pretty warm colors with this light blue walls. And their house, as you can see, it's not that big of a house. It's actually pretty small. But, you know, I imagine them being maybe a little bit higher middle income. I don't think much, they're not very rich or very fancy, but they have what they need to live. They have a nice home that they've renovated and put together, maybe themselves. Maybe when they bought it, it was very basic, and they've gone in and, you know, changed out the cabinets, changed out the hardware, upgraded the appliances, and maybe, you know, changed out the flooring or something like that. But I really love the kitchen, actually. It's one of my favorite parts of this house. And I don't know, it's just so cute. It's really cute. I love the blue against the white cabinets. Like, it's amazing. Over here we have the dining room slash just regular eating area. In this house, we just got the dining area, and it's really cute. So I really love it. It's just like a nice little house that's perfect for like a family that, you know, this isn't their forever home, but it's a home that they lived in for many years, and it's a home that their children are going to continue to grow up in. Here's the bathroom. We got a washer, and then, like I said, here's their clothing line with their dryer, just because there was not as much room that we could fit everything we wanted to in here. I could have laid this out very differently, and I know I had a lot of opposing opinions on this room, but I really like how it turned out. I like the simplicity of it, and I don't know, it's just really cute. So we have that, and then you go upstairs, and this is the main area that we need to finish. We do have the hallway done, very simple. This was the very last part that I recorded, and then I just kind of disappeared from this series, so I apologize for that. I am back though. We are going to do this, and they do have 2 bedrooms upstairs, and a kid's bathroom or upstairs bathroom, whatever you want to call it. They do have a master bedroom, of course, and then a master ensuite bathroom too. So it's a pretty good size, and there's even room that if you wanted to expand the house, you probably could. You probably could get away with it. But for me, I'm just going with this, you know, with this floor plan. It is based off of a real life floor plan of a house. It is linked down below. Basically, if you have any questions or any need information on this house, definitely check out the description, because there's a bunch of good information there. Even if you're not building this house and you see something that you like that is custom content, definitely go just check it out down below. So yeah, they do have 2 bedrooms. One of them will for sure be an infant/toddler nursery, for sure. And the other one will be, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking a child. I'm kind of thinking we're going to do a child's room. You guys let me know down below. But today we are working on the master bedroom. Yes, finally, we are decorating this super cute little space. It's not huge, it's not glamorous, but it works. It works for them and their family. It's gonna be nice and cozy. We're gonna make it real cute. So I always like to go on Pinterest anytime I'm building or decorating anything, just because I find Pinterest to be so helpful. It's such a useful tool, and I don't know. I find it just to be so helpful. I am going to put move objects on, just so you guys know. I almost always decorate with that cheat on. But anyways, Pinterest. I always check Pinterest for just some inspiration. I usually have a decent idea of what I want to do with a home, but I don't know. I feel like Pinterest can help me, I don't know, just figure what's in my mind and put it into an actual picture that I can then gather more inspiration from. So I will have down below in the description bar or box, I will have all the pictures of inspiration for this master bedroom linked down there. I already know right now that this is not going to be big enough for our bed. And it's an awkward shaped room. It really is. We really couldn't put a bed here. We could put a bed maybe against here, but it still would be a weird like walkway. And then over here is just really odd as well. So the bed is going to have to go right here. So what I like to do is oftentimes I'll just grab like a really cheap, simple bed, right? No big deal. And I like to place it down and be like, does this work? Does this actually, like, can they walk? Will it be functional? Blah, blah, blah. Obviously right here, this does not work. So what I'm going to do is actually move this bathroom door over. So even though it's like right here against the wall, maybe do that. Maybe flip it a different way. It's going to be right here. So no big deal. But then that helps us move the bed over, and now we can easily put 2 side tables. It will still be a little cramped, but I think it will still work. We could maybe put a dresser over here, maybe some decorations and stuff, and call it good. Once I figure out my placing, figure out, you know, can everything fit the way that I want it to fit, I then like to go in and actually choose the bed that I plan on using. And so for this master bedroom, what I'm wanting to do is create kind of like this neutral, maybe slightly feminine, a little bit of glamour, and just make it a like nice, warm, cozy place that the parents can go to get a break from their children, get a break from work, and, you know, the stresses of being an adult. It really is stressful being an adult. So I want to find a bed. I really do like this bed, but I feel like it's a little too feminine. I know it's a little bit more difficult to recolor just because it's custom content. That bed's not going to work. I want something, I think, with a really nice headboard. I kind of like this one. I know it's a little bit more feminine. I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of like this. It's a very simple bed, but I kind of really like that. So I think I'm going to put that to the side. And like I said, I don't want to keep it too modern, not too contemporary, not too traditional. It's going to be something that's just a little bit more cozy with a little bit of feminine. I don't know. I think I kind of want to go with this one. I don't want it to be too feminine. I don't want it to be too girly or anything like that either. I want like a nice in between, but there definitely is, based off of like the downstairs, especially like the kitchen and the dining area, that screams a little bit more feminine to me. And the way that like my sim, I guess in a way, technically decorates their home has a little bit more of like that feminine flair to it, with like gold accents and just like flowy white chairs and that kind of stuff, with maybe a little bit of rustic. These are a little rustic, you know. I wanted something with a little bit nicer of a headboard that kind of stands out. So I think we're gonna go with this, which I was not planning on doing. I was not planning on having it be so girly. But you know what? It works. It's fine. So I turned the grid on using if you just push the letter G on your keyboard, it brings up the grid. Very handy to have. And I just like to make sure placement wise that we have, you know, the right amount of room, that it's decently centered. It can't be perfectly centered on this wall, but it works. I then oftentimes like to go in and figure out, not my dressers, my side tables. So I want to find a side table that goes with the theme. Ooh, actually, I found this. I know, I'm getting distracted. This like little footstool kind of thing would be really cute at the end of the bed. We might use that. I don't know. I'm going to put that there for now. That's really cute though. These ones are a little bit too feminine for what I want. So I think we need to do something with maybe a little bit more of like a square shape. Square lines tend to be a little bit more masculine. So maybe something like that. I mean, these weren't horrible, but I didn't really love them as much. This is a little bit more refined, I feel like, compared to the other ones. These are a little too modern. And these are a little bit too cluttered. I feel like they would keep their room pretty organized. I feel like the mom probably keeps this house pretty clean. I'm thinking this one's our best bet. There we go. And they're base game. I mean, I hardly ever use base game stuff, so pretty good. And then once I place down those, I like to then go in and adjust these a bit so that they look about even, because you don't want too uneven of side tables. Cute. Okay, I think I'm liking this. Actually, like, I think I'm liking this a lot. And we could go in, I think next we'll go in and do lamps. I always like to have lamps by their bedside table because that just makes sense. You know, like you oftentimes will want to just have these on in the nighttime to give like, you know, a more relaxed atmosphere. Or if you're reading before bed, stuff like that. I'm actually looking at my inspiration pictures right now. And almost all the rooms that I pinned for this inspiration have very similar side table lamps. They kind of look like this, I think. Which, by the way, this is custom content. I will have it linked down below, and so is the bed. Those will be linked down below in the description. But yeah, they seem to have this kind of similar look with like the taller stem or whatever, I don't know what you call it on a lamp. And like this just very simple lampshade on the top. So I'm just trying to double check. I mean, these ones could work too. If you have base game, these would work as well. I don't personally love the fringe. I want something a little bit more simple, I think. I just like to put out all my options and make sure that that's what I want. I mean, these are cute too, but they're a little bit more, these always seem more bohemian to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. I just really like it, I think. So I put them both just away, just because I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you could move it closer. It just depends. It's kind of personal preference. I always just put my side lamps to the side, like the farthest side possible. So maybe just because it brings more light to the room. I don't know. Even when I decorate in real life, I feel like I do that as well. I want to go in and just kind of get like the bed area kind of situated first with furniture, and then we'll go in and recolor, and then go in and start recoloring other parts of the room as well. I oftentimes like to go in and also put down an alarm clock, just because in The Sims they don't have their phones that wake them up. You can also set like the alarm clocks, and they're really cute. There's this cute one from Supernatural, which I really love. There's this one that's a little bit more modern, but I mean, we could fit that in as well with our style. There also is like this super just, you know, classic old-fashioned alarm. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna go with the Supernatural one though. I feel like first off, the mom is the one decorating this home, because it does have like those feminine touches, but then I feel like she would want this one because it makes a little bit more of a statement. It's a little bit more of a statement piece. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll put it over here. So maybe she would also have like a little thing of flowers on her bedside. Maybe she really loves having flowers in her room. So I'm kind of thinking those are too tall because they're like almost the same height as the lamp. So I'm gonna do something a little bit shorter. So I think we're gonna go with these custom content flowers. And I actually really liked it right here, but then maybe make it so the flowers go off this way. Yeah, go off this way so that they can be seen a little bit better. I oftentimes would like to put a little bit of clutter. I like to go into my decor or miscellaneous decor section, which is super duper fun. But I do like to go in and put a little bit of clutter. You could put a little bit of magazines. Maybe this is like a few books they were reading the night before. So that could possibly work. We'll put that to the side. Maybe a box of tissues, maybe when they watch movies or something, or maybe they wake up with stuffy noses, so they put like a little tissue box by the bedside. Could even put down I know it sounds kind of weird, but I know people do this. They put pen and paper by their bed, and they write down, like if they wake up from a dream or whatever, they'll write down their dream, or sometimes people will write down ideas that they pop in their head, different stuff like that. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that we're going to just do maybe the magazines and like just the magazines. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, because I don't want it too cluttered. And I'm okay doing like 2 things here and then 3 things here. I don't need it to be perfectly symmetrical. And then I think we're going to go in and see either if we want to put a mirror above the bed or do some kind of artwork and try to balance out everything that's going on right here. So we'll check out the mirrors actually first real quick. And you would need to do a little bit bigger of a mirror so that way it is like, actually it won't be centered on the wall because our bed isn't centered. Ooh, that's gonna drive me crazy. We might have to adjust the bed a little bit. I think that's as good as we're gonna get that. And actually I really do like this mirror right here. I do wish it was like a little bit bigger, and normally I would put this one down in that case, but this one's just too tall. It'd be too tall once we get it perfectly up here, and you don't want your artwork or mirrors to be too tall because then they just look really odd. I will still go through my hanging picture or wall picture stuff real quick and see if there's anything better that I like, although I really do like the mirror. I really do. But yeah, so I really like that. That's really cute. And we will have to recenter this. I think we're gonna keep this footstool. I really like it. I do wish like this was actually a little bit bigger as well, but I think we could put some stuff on the side of it as well. I mean, let me see, what else do we have? We could check out our coffee tables, see if we have like any padded coffee tables that could work at the end, or even just like a regular coffee table would work as well. You can just, you know, make a cute like little sitting area. Like this is actually pretty cute. It's a little bit more modern though, so I'm trying to stay away from more modern pieces just because I feel like they're not a very modern family. They're just a little bit more traditional. I can also check the end tables. There is like this cute like little crate box that I do like to add to the end of bed sometimes and put pillows in or stuff like that. But for this family, I feel like that doesn't make sense either. This is what we already have. I think my only thing is that I just feel like it needs to be a little bit longer. You could even do like little poofs at the end, just do like 2 of them. If I don't really like those ones as much right now, you could even just do like a chair at the foot of the bed. There's honestly a lot that you can do, and I feel like sometimes it's a little bit of a wasted space. Ooh, we got this one. I didn't even know I had this in my game. This one's pretty cute. I think we're gonna go with this one. You guys can comment down below and let me know if you liked this one better or like the other one better. Definitely let me know what you guys think. I think what we'll do now is go in and try to see if there's any bedding. I really like downloading custom content bedding that I can use for having like, I don't know, more depth to the bed. I feel like oftentimes it's kind of skipped over. Let me see if I have it in my collections. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. Or no, blankets and pillows. Actually, I do. Good job, Brittany. We'll pass Brittany. So I do have like this like little duvet. This is a lot more frilly, a little bit bigger than I want, a little bit more like shabby chic. I want something, I think just a little bit more simple, just a little extra something. This one might be a little too like hip, I think. I want just, you know, a nice, elegant, kind of traditional little duvet basically. I have this one that is super recolorable, which is nice because a lot of times people don't make them recolorable, and so It makes it a little bit harder to make it match your room. I don't know what to call this, like little end of the bed stool thing. I feel like now it's a little bit distracting and it's not flowing as much. So I don't know if we should go back to the other one then. Oh man, now I feel like really torn on it. Let me just double check. Let me see this. Like I said, this one's a little bit more modern, but we could change it so it doesn't look as modern. Oh, I kind of like that better. Yeah, actually I think I like this one, even though it's pretty simple. So let me see real quick. I just wanted to finish looking at pillows. And as you can see, I have quite a bit. And oftentimes for like pillows like these, they don't snap up to the height that you need them to be. So you will have to use OMSP, which I will link down below as well. And basically it helps you to raise or lower items. I kind of like this one. It's just nice and full already without me having to do too much. And I will show you guys obviously how to use OMSP. It's pretty simple. It's not that difficult. I used to never know like what the heck it was. I never understood when people were talking about it. I was like, what are you talking about? But now I like honestly use it all the time. Okay, so what you do is you take the OMSP and you snap your item to it, and then you're going to push CTRL Shift if you have a PC and click on it, and it brings up like this whole little menu thing, and you can raise it or lower it. So I'm going to try and raise it, and you can just then drag it and you put it in the location or the spot that you're going to need it to be. So I'm going to lower it down, and it's still too far away. So you kind of have to figure it out, and you have to just test it one by one, see what works. Nope. We need to actually go down a bit, a little bit more. That might work. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about, is that the pillows are just too big. So what I'm going to do is then bring out this one and, well, no, just this one. I'm going to go back to my blankets and pillows, and I might do this. See if this works a little bit better. Try to make this the same height as the other one. So raise it up a bit, just a few times. I think that's about right. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So yeah, so it just makes it look like, I don't know, it's just made up a bit more. So I'm going to put another set, and then I'm going to lower it a smidge. And normally, technically, like you wouldn't decorate a bed like this, but it's The Sims. It's not a big deal. Your Sims also will like lay down in bed and sleep through it. But for me, that's not a big deal. Honestly, it's like, I don't care how my Sims sleep. And then lastly, I think we're going to go in and start decorating this little portion right here. And put some items down. Maybe, I don't know exactly what we should put. I think maybe just like, I don't know, I wish I had like a little tray or something. I want it to be decorative, of course. So something with like a little bit of flowers, maybe some candles would be really cool with it. Something cool like that. I know that there is something that came from the Sims 3 store, which is like a little tray that is meant to go on like the end of the bed kind of little thing. Okay, I finally found it when I filtered the content, but this is cute. I don't know, this could maybe work. Honestly, it looks a little bit Sims 4-ish to me, like object-wise. So that's kind of interesting. But we could just, we could either center it or we can angle it. I kind of like that. I mean, this is with it centered and such, but I kind of like it to the side. I kind of like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to keep it for now. It has just a few books on it and some daisies in it, but I think it's a nice little touch and I like it. So this is from the Sims 3 store, so you guys can go in and I think you can buy it by itself for maybe a few sim points. But I'll still try and link it down below for you guys so you can have the direct link to it. So now I'm going to do is we're going to go in and recolor just this section to kind of get our color scheme going and get things figured out a bit. So I'm thinking like whites and creams and like just like a very nice soft little fluffy cozy bedroom, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does, but it makes sense to me. So I want to find, I don't know if we have anything that would be like, actually I think I do. Maybe in, oh, I don't know. Where is it at? Leathers and furs, maybe. I want something that maybe has like a little bit of like buttons on it, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Or I'm kind of like this, but not in leather. Like that. I mean, I don't know if I can recolor that to make that. I don't even know where this pattern came from, to be quite honest. Yeah, I don't really like that. And let's see. Maybe in, ooh, right here. This is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if that would look good or not. I kind of like it though. It's kind of a cream right now. I think we might make it a little bit more of a true white. We're going to go to fabrics and we're going to go to just like my favorite, like little, this one. It's just like, it looks like a nice little knit, jersey knit kind of regular sheet. And we're just gonna copy this color over so it looks the same. Just like this nice kind of like creamy white. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. I might move it closer. Yeah, make it a little bit creamier. Okay, so there is the hex code for that, for this top part. And then here is like the hex code for this. And this is in the plastics and rubber, which I got this trick from Deligracy back when she used to play The Sims 3. I know she has used this before. And I really like that. Actually, I think it looks good. I might change my mind later when I come back to it. But for now, I kind of like that. Next, I think we'll go in and actually, I think we're going to recolor the main bed part. So we will have to move this so we can see underneath. And oftentimes what I'll do is just make the underneath all white as if it's like a sheet. And just keep it simple. Keep it very simple underneath. And so for the headboard, I originally wanted to do something like this, like tufted kind of headboard, kind of like what we did with this. I mean, we could still test that out if we just do decide to go with a different kind of blankets instead. So we could see what this would look like as a headboard. There's that. Also, if you don't use like the custom duvet covers, that works as well. Yeah, it gets all stretched out, I think. So it looks too odd. Maybe on like a different bed frame. So I'm gonna cancel that out. I like it for the big duvet blanket. We could just do like a soft kind of wood tone for it. I think maybe it might work too. So let me go here and let's head on over to, I think, the wood section. And in this room, I don't want to do too bold of wood colors. I'm kind of thinking just like this very, almost kind of grayish, soft looking wood tones. So nothing too rustic, nothing too brown, just like a very kind of taupey gray kind of color, if that makes any kind of sense. Hopefully it does. So I'm thinking we might do that for the headboard. I think that could work. So I'm trying this wood tone right here. I'm gonna bring it over here to the kind of colors I was talking about. Maybe darken it just a smidge. And actually I kind of really like that. It has a little bit of that yellow tone to it. But also like gray tones as well. I kind of like that. And I don't want too much of a wood grain. I feel like this wood grain here is perfect for this. There's the hex code for that. We also have the bed skirt, which honestly, I probably will just drag this. Keep it real simple. Oh, but I feel like that's kind of boring. Is that too boring? So we could do that. That could work. We could make it the same as the sheet. Let me see. Oh, actually we could do this one. This one's a little bit of a shinier material or like a fabric. And then just make this white. Oh, maybe darken it a bit. And lighten this a bit. And maybe lighten this a bit as well. It looks kind of gray right now, which kind of sucks, but we can just chalk that up to, you know, the lighting of the room or something like that. And here is the hex code for that, and the hex code for that as well. And then this part we're just gonna keep white. I think that works, and we're going to accept it. And then move this nice fluffy blanket back on. And I hold down Alt so that I can move things off the grid and put them wherever the heck I want. Most things will let you do that besides like counters. Counters are a little bit more difficult. You usually have to enter in a separate cheat for that. But this requires no cheats. You just hold down Alt and you just move it like that. And then for the pillows, I think we're going to make these probably white as well. All the pictures that I pinned have just a lot of white, which I know seems a little bit odd for this kind of house and stuff, but I feel like this parent's master bedroom should be like their getaway. This should be their place to like relax and to calm down and to have a break from their kids. So I think we're going to try and do a few different kind of interesting pillow patterns, but make them in white and make them look cute if that's possible. White is a little bit difficult to do in The Sims 3, I feel like, but I think we can make it work. So I'm in the geometric section actually at the moment, and I'm looking at my inspiration pictures, and I'm kind of seeing some interesting patterns. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, maybe we could do something like this. And I know this is kind of bold. I'm going to go in and basically just make this all white and then change the amount of white in them, and it will bring out like a slight little pattern. I actually kind of like that. They then have like this black pillow that we could make maybe a little bit more of like kind of a creamy color. Actually, I kind of like the fabric it's already in. I think make it just a little bit creamier in the color. So adding in a little bit more yellow. And then this one, I'm going to change the fabric on this one. And I think we're going to do something where we can add in maybe like a little bit of like a gold kind of accent, if that makes sense. Maybe, actually this could maybe work. Let me bring in white. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I wish I could make it look a little bit more like metallic. That'd be kind of cooler. But I think that will work. I think I actually might switch these two pillows right here. So I'm going to grab this one and just bring it in between here and drop it down, and then it switches it for me. So then I'll just drag this and bring it to the other ones. Typically you wouldn't make like a bed like this with the pillows, but I find right now, I feel like this just makes it a lot easier for everyone. I kind of like the little hints of the gold and the whites. And they're just very subtle. That's what I wanted, something very subtle. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the hex code. Here's the hex code for these pillows. There's that. And there is that. And that. Hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. Anyway, so we're going to go back in and recolor these. And I think I want them to look like either the wood that we have going on right here, or just like a simple, I know, surprise, white. And we could do maybe just like a wood that has a very low grain to it, so it doesn't look too rustic-ish. And we could try maybe this. Oh, that's actually not bad. Do it in a white. I know, surprise. And then just raise this up a bit. And just do like the white. I think I kind of like that. And what's really cool about this one is that you can actually change the hardware. So what I think we're going to do is actually go into the metal section, and let me see which kind of metal we want to do. And in this room, I think we might actually mix a little bit of the silver with the gold, which I typically don't like to do at all. But I think we could actually do that and get away with it. I'm going to try just the gold real quick in this metal. And oftentimes it will make it pink on this like secondary color. So I like to just go in, drag this over, and then just make it a little bit lighter so it gives some dimension, but they're in the same tones because that makes so much more sense. And I think it works. I like that a lot. And here is the hex code for that. It works. It works. It just works. And then I think we're going to come in and let's actually recolor the mirror real quick. Like I said earlier, I want to make this actually like a gold, and I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna make this like a really cool looking gold. And I want it to have a little bit of like a higher metallic to it. So I'm going to do that. So let me see. That one. That one's gonna be the one. So we'll bring it up to here. Like I said, it's gonna make it pink on the secondary color. So we'll go in, lighten it, and then drag it up to make it a little bit more of that yellow tone. And that's a little too yellow. I want to give it more of, yeah, kind of like that. Maybe a little bit darker. It's a little bit tough to see in this specific lighting. Right now it's looking a little bit silver, but when you hover over it, that's gonna be the color it actually is. And honestly, I just want to make the inside the same. Yeah, when you angle it at different positions, you can see it better. So I kind of want like that little bit darker, warmer gold than like your shiny, bright, brassy kind of gold. Let me give you guys a hex code real quick on that one. There you guys go. And it's the same on the inside as well. And then next, I think we'll actually hop on over to the lamps. I feel like the room is finally starting to come like together, and I hope you guys are starting to kind of see my vision and kind of see what I'm going towards. So this one has like this interesting kind of leaf pattern on it right now. I'm thinking we'll keep it within like a white gray kind of color. Okay, so we are in fabrics, and I don't know what I want to do with it. I oftentimes like to just do like this like little print. It's a very simple neutral print, which totally works as well. You could actually do this print as well. And this actually gives a little bit of like fabric, or not fabric, but kind of like interest. And we would keep it kind of within this like monotone scheme, but maybe just make it whiter. We could actually keep it more in the cream. Oh, actually, no, I kind of like it white. But now, like, part of me actually kind of wants to use it for the pillows. Is that weird? I don't know. Let me see this on the pillows real quick. I think I know which ones I want to change. Yeah, those ones. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay, hold up, guys. Hold up. Sorry. I got distracted. I do like them on the lamps, but I kind of like them on the pillows a bit too. And I'll adjust them because I don't want them that dark of a gray. Yeah. Oh, I like that so much better. Here's the hex code for that. Oh, I like that a lot. And the gold is actually looking a little too yellow for me. So I'm going to bring this over and then bring this to here. Yeah. And then maybe brighten it a bit. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So here is the hex code, like I said. And then for this one, for the sparkle one, that's what I'm going to call it. Here's that and that. And that. Although if you do this one, I think it changes them all to like that. Anyway, so we're gonna drag that over. Sorry guys, I just like saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, this would look so good for the pillows. We'll come back over to fabrics, and we probably will just go with a more plain fabric for it, so it's not drawing too much attention. I'm kind of thinking this one. Let me see. No, oh, I want something like a little bit more refined, I think. Maybe we'll just do the simple one. I think that kind of works. And then just do white. Just like it's like a nice white linen or so. And then for the base of it, I don't think I want to do the gold because we have gold going on here. We have gold going on here. I kind of like the silver actually. And like I said, I did say I wanted to mix it up. Yeah, we could do maybe, that was actually kind of cool with the darker, but just make it less blue. Silver doesn't have to be blue, just so you guys know. Okay, I think like that. Here's the hex code for the lampshade, and then here is the hex code for the base. And we'll put that over to here. Yeah, I think that works. And then we're going to go in and do the little alarm clock, and I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this. I know some of you guys are not an all white kind of fan like I am. I definitely love it. I really do. So if you guys want to add in different colors, definitely feel free to do so. And that's the thing, is like with this series, I'm just here to kind of show my process and what I do, but you don't have to do this house exactly like me. You can feel free to do it however the heck you want. I think we're going to keep it white though. And the vase, I think what we're going to do is actually, we could try some yellow flowers and then instead make this white. I know, how original. This is too bright of a white, so I want to bring it down a bit. Maybe make it a little bit more of a cream, slight cream. Okay, so there's the hex code for these flowers, and then here's the hex code for this. And I didn't change these because I feel like they're fine. But lastly, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Recoloring always is like the most tedious process. For this, I actually really like this fabric. Like I said earlier, it's that same gray fabric that is, let me see if I can find it, right over here. It's this one. And I really like it, but I think we're going to make it a little bit more of a gray and bring in more of like this taupey color we have going on. I kind of want to bring that down to the foot of the bed. Yeah, like that. I like that. And then I think for the wood, we'll go in and I think we're going to try, like I said, I want a little bit more like low grain. I don't know how to make it. Just like, you don't want as much grain in this stuff. I just feel like it kind of distracts from it a bit. So I think we're going to try, we could try this again. No. We could maybe make this a little bit warmer of a color. It doesn't have to match the wood completely. Okay. So there is that hex code. And there is that hex code. So then next we're going to move on to this cute like little tray, recolor it, and then I think we'll end the part here, and in the next part we'll move on to the rest of the room and finishing up the master bedroom. I just don't want to make these parts too long for you guys. So yes, I think we're gonna have to do the master bedroom in 2 parts. But this tray would be really cool. Oh, I wish we could make it like mirrored. We can't make it mirrored. For the vase, we could do maybe more of like, we could just do white. I know that sounds really boring, but we have books that's standing on, and so that totally makes it pop a little bit more. I kind of want to go in, because we have yellow going on in the daisies, I kind of want to go into this flower, and I kind of want to make it white. I kind of want to make the flower white. I know that sounds so weird. There's the hex code for that. And then lastly, here's the hex code for that. And then one more time of that. And I think we're gonna call that good for now. I don't know. I might have to come back and like look at this with like fresh eyes. I think I actually want to change this real quick. I want to do something that has a little bit more interest, I think. Like I said, I wish it could be mirrored. Oh, that's kind of cool with the crushed metal look. Yeah, I think we'll do that instead. It gives a little bit more interest. Maybe brighten it a bit. Yeah. There's the hex code for that, for the tray part. I feel like that gives a little bit more depth to it. And I really wish we could make stuff mirrored. I think that would look so much cooler with it. I really do. Yeah, there we go. There's the hex code for the little ottoman thing at the end. I changed it. I just changed it a little bit. I think that is going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys are happy about this series being back. And like I said, check out the Pinterest pictures down below for my inspiration so that this can make a little bit more sense to you guys. I do think I'm going to go in. Oh, this table is off. Let me see how they snap. I guess that's not bad when they snap like that, because oftentimes they make it so you can't push Alt and you can't like do it right. But I think for now this is just a good stopping point. In the next part we will go in and do like the dresser, maybe add in like a little plant or something over here, and some artwork and a rug, and then recolor the walls and the flooring. So definitely feel free to comment down below, share any opinions or ideas that you guys may have. I love to hear your feedback on this. That's kind of the whole point of this series is to build this together. We're sharing it together and to kind of take it part by part and change up things as we go. So definitely feel free to help me out with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're not already subscribed and you would like to be, make sure to click that button down below. Also, if you would like to be notified of every time I upload a new part of this series or any other videos, make sure to hit that bell as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much again, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye guys.